Go fruit yourself.
So just got off the bike, did about a 30k bike ride, and I've been basically getting on the bike pretty much every morning since it's been dry, because the forecast has been like rain, 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 cold, cold, wet. And if it's dry when I wake up, I'm gonna seize the moment and get my ass out there. So that's what I did this morning, and I'm about to have my data read. But before I do, I wanted to just do a bit of a Flashback Friday quickly. I want to show you footage from when I was like 1.5 years on this lifestyle, because I know there's some of you out there who are at that stage where you don't think you're going to transform. You know, you've put on weight, or the weight's not coming off as quickly as you want to. So I want to show you some footage from when I was on this lifestyle early on. So check it out.
Got J24.
Caramel flavour.
Deep caramel.
My name's Freelee, and I'd like to talk to you about why I eat a low-fat, raw vegan diet as opposed to a gourmet raw diet.
What do you got in your basket there, Freelee?
Mangoes, plantains, nim nim mangoes.
Nim nim. What kind are they?
Nim nim.
Nim nim.
Right.
And the variety is
Now got right.
Navdak Mai. Eating sugar, natural glucose in the rain.
Right.
Freelee, what do you got all over your face? Mango madness. So this is a mono meal for Freelee. As usual, she's really good at eating one type of fruit per meal. Very inspiring. These are big, juicy non-doc mais.
2, 4, 6, 8.
8 mangoes.
8 mangoes. Do you feel satiated enough, or
Yes.
how many calories roughly?
Well, some of them are a bit small, so they probably have about 150 to 200 calories each.
Okay. That's how it's done, folks. Mono meal
And make sure you get it all over yourself.
in Thailand. Yeah, get it all over your lips, and then put your scraps back into nature, compost. I'm working on the non-doc mai myself. It's like a smoothie. So soft. It's like a mango smoothie.
Okay, so as you can see, I had a bit more cushion for the portion, definitely, and I didn't feel good about myself. Like, looking back, looking at that video, I just can see how awkward I am. And I remember thinking at the time, will you fucking get the camera out of my face? I do not want to be on YouTube. I do not want the world to see me like this, because I was focusing a lot on my external appearance. And my good friend Derek at the time doing the filming, he didn't know, of course. He didn't know how I really truly felt, because I kept it to myself, because I was kind of ashamed of feeling so unconfident. So it just goes to show, you know, you can transform so much on this lifestyle. And I was just in such a bad place at the beginning, like that I actually rode across Australia for weight loss, by the way, mainly for weight loss. Rode across Australia over 3,000 kilometers solo by myself, and I filmed a lot of that process. And I put that up on YouTube, and I was in the videos. And at the time, I didn't think I was going to transform. And I saw these videos and I was like, oh, I hate the way I look. You know, I just can't stand seeing these. I'm going to take them down. So I took them all down. I didn't want that reminder of where I was at the time. And I'm kicking myself. I'm absolutely kicking myself, because not only because it was like a memorable time in my life that I should have, you know, cherished and, you know, kept that footage, but that it shows such a transformation from where I was to where I am now. So I just want you to know that transformation is possible. It will happen. It's kind of like a given that it will happen, but you must stay on track. And if you're at that time, at that place in your head where you're like, I'm never going to transform, blah, 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 all this negative stuff, you got to get out of that spiral, because it will spiral you down. If you're not strong enough, you got to harden the fuck up. You got to get over that and focus on health, healing, and fitness. Okay, repeat after me: health, healing, and fitness. Get a new focus. And I know I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it until you embrace that concept in your head. And, you know, use that transformation I just showed you as inspiration. I mean, I can't tell you how much I've changed, but I know a lot of you have followed me for a long time and you can see it yourself. So yeah, carve up, get those carbs in so you feel good about yourself. Focus on the right things, you know, embrace the moment, be grateful for what you have in life. Your weight is not everything in your life and it's going to change, okay? All right, so that's my little pep talk for this morning. Hope it helped. And I'm about to get into my Dina-ring. I will see you soon. Okay, so we're going for a walk. Figsy is over there somewhere. And some of you might be like, oh my God, it's Groundhog Day for Freelee. She does the same shit every day. How boring. Well, I'm going to say it is actually good for you if you have an empowering routine that you do every single day that helps you become a better person. As long as that routine you have is actually empowering you, then fuck yeah, Groundhog Day is good for you. You know, if your routine is making you become a better person every single day and it's accumulating until you just become extra awesome, then you got to do it. You know, I love coming out here in nature and, you know, and connecting with nature, getting that fresh air, being by the stream here that was like Torrens yesterday. It was dirty and Torrens, and now it's like tranquil and calm. I love coming out here. It's just so good for the soul, and seeing Figsy happy and enjoying herself and getting some exercise, I couldn't think of a better routine, to be honest. So embrace the groundhog if it is definitely empowering for you and for your day. Okay, so it's after 4 and I'm about to eat my next meal, and I got up late today. So I got up at like 11 o'clock and I started everything a lot later than usual, 8 later, all of that. But I was in bed and it was cold and I was hibernating, and I'm like, oh, I'm not getting up yet. So now I'm about on to my next meal, and we've got a couple of Cliff Bars and dried organic jackfruit. And I don't usually have Cliff Bars, but I have them here and there. I find they digest fine. You know, it may not be optimal, may not be as good as fruit, but it's an occasional thing that I don't mind having. So a pretty common question I get asked is, Freelee, what do you do about family members who won't jump on board this lifestyle? You know, it's so frustrating to me. You know, what are your tips? Well, it's a hard one, okay, because people want to do what they want to do, whether you want them to do something else. So you can't control them, you can't hold them down and stuff potatoes and fruit down their gullet, even if you want to. But what I do is, look, I give them the message. First up, I show them exactly how it's done, I tell them about it, I be the example myself and do all of that stuff, all that good stuff first, and then I see if they catch on or they try and, you know, have a go at the lifestyle. And if they don't, then you've done all you can. What more can you do? Be the example, show them exactly how it's done, and then walk away. That's all you can do. And I know how frustrating it is because you love them. You know, it's like my dad. Oh, it breaks my heart because he knows how to do it. You know, I've told him a million times and he follows me basically, and I love you, you fool. But I wish you would change your diet and lifestyle because it's killing you. And, you know, like when we stayed with my dad during Ride and I actually, I cleaned out, I got Harley to distract my dad, and we cleaned out his whole kitchen, I mean his whole like fridge of all the rubbish, got all the rubbish out, and we replaced it with all this vegan food, all this yummy vegan food. And Dad was pretty pissed when he found out, he was, but he got over it and he ate a lot of the food. But next thing you know, like I called him up and like, how's veganism going and everything? He goes, oh, like I filled up the fridge again with all junk, and he fell off the wagon. And he was getting really great results. For a week he went off dairy and his throat condition cleared up. He stopped coughing so much, and it's like, well, I could have told you that was going to happen. Congestion and dairy, that's just sinus, huge problem. So yeah, it can be difficult, it can be frustrating, you want them to live forever, but at the end of the day, you cannot control them, you cannot be attached to what they do. So you've got to release attachment to their outcome. Give the message, be the example, and walk away at the end of the day, because that's all you can do. Okay, so we're on to dinner, and we've got that epic shepherd's pie that Neat made last night. We've got the leftovers from that, and also Neat sent me away with this beautiful bowl of soup, so I'm going to really enjoy that. And I went to the Everything Vegan store the other day. Really, for the benefit of this video, I wanted to show options. I want to show that if you're transitioning to this lifestyle and you feel like you need that texture or that taste from your old lifestyle, then there's things that you can eat. I mean, this mushroom little creation here, it has got that sort of texture that you might be missing, and this meat-free schnitzel, it's vegan, vegetarian, no artificial colors, all that good stuff, no GMO, and it's stuff that, there's no cruelty, it's cruelty-free option. You do not have to sacrifice the life of another being. You do not have to impact on the environment and on your health. So definitely check those out, but should it replace the main part of your meal? No way. Okay, we want to get those carbs in. We want you to carb up, get in the pasta, the rice, the potatoes. That should be the main part of your meal. If you're going to have this, which I don't have an aversion to having it occasionally, it's not something I have regularly, but I really wanted to show you guys as a good option for those coming from a meat-eating lifestyle. So you can have it on the side, a bit of a side dish, and a couple of times a week, that's fine, but definitely carbs all the rest of the time, because that is where your body and your brain derives that glucose from, the vitality, the energy, that fuel that you need to feel your best and get through the day.
Banana Girl.